Oh, well, here we have another contestant walk in for our curry challenge. Super cheap curries, and we want to see if the frozen curries are any good or not, and if we can make our own. Today, we have this one. This is the Tesco, exclusively from Tesco. I don't think anyone else wants it because they've all got it in a different packaging. But the Hearty Food Company chicken curry with rice. They've really gone all out on their packaging, haven't they? I mean, you saw it with the Asda one, it's just like super basic. They've actually put some effort into it, a bit like how Sainsbury's was doing it as well. Starting to try to make this be like, actually it's a hearty, you know, this is, might be cheap, but it's robust food, and it's, you know, okay to buy this food, and it's, you know, they're trying to take away what I think they was creating a bit of a shame or stigma between with their lowest cost brands beforehand. But now look, we're in the cost of living crisis. This is what people are turning to. Before we take a look inside, let's take a look at the bits that will or will not keep you alive, or possibly even kill you in the end. We have energy of 474 kilocalories. We have 12.2 grams of fat. We have 7.1 grams of saturates. That's not so good. I'm sure the rest were much better than that. Maybe a different recipe, that'd be nice. Was it 8.6 grams of sugars and 1.6 grams of salt. That saturates is interesting. I wonder why that is. Let's take a look at the ingredients now. Once again, I probably won't be able to get these two. Maybe it does actually if I do it on the back. There we go. We have obviously cooked rice. We have additional water. We have chicken breast of 11%. We have tomato puree, onions, tomatoes, coconut, half cream. Oh, that might be the difference. Sugar, corn flour, spices, mango, rapeseed oil, salt, red chilli, some vinegar. Okay, that's interesting. Some more vinegar. Garlic puree, molasses. Don't remember that before. Chili powder. The others put chili at the end, and so does this one actually. But chili powder, fennel, some acidity red chili, fenugreek leaf, garlic, ginger, and then chili again at the end. And this one says made using Thai chicken. Oh, there we are. And we got all the other bits and bobs. You can see it on this one, perhaps. It's kind of focused. 400 grams, again, like the rest. So, I mean, okay, cool. Let's take a look at it. Let's see what the packaging is going to be like. Will it be divided between the rice and the curry? No, it won't. Okay, exactly the same packaging as the one we did the other time with from Asda. Looks exactly the same. I am going to go back and compare all of these and the ingredients list and things like that, because I have to put these ingredients in the order of the biggest, largest amount to the smallest amount. That's kind of how it's done here, and I have to do that. Right. So let's take a look at this. Cool. Well, it's exactly the same. But what else we got? No, nothing more interesting. Do we have instructions on how to make it? Okay, right. So microwave it for 6 minutes. Peel back lid, give it a stir, yeah, and then okay, for only 2 minutes 30 seconds. That is less than the others. It was 6 minutes and then 4 minutes, I think, for the other one. And for Sainsbury's as well. Okay, right, we're going to give this a go. Stay tuned. Choo-choo, here comes a cheap curry train. Here it is. Right, we've heated it all up. It was making a bit of splattering in my microwave. This one was seriously hot, even though it had, I think, less time in there. Don't know. Figure that one out. What I will do is, while it was cooking, I did look up the Asda curry that we did last time, and whereas this has got 7.1 grams of saturated fat. The Asda one had 3.4 grams of saturated fat. So, that is a substantial difference of saturated fat. What I did notice is that it had, whereas this one has half cream, the Asda one did have half cream, but it also had coconut milk. And I wonder whether or not they've supplemented some of what this is using for half cream, so this is using more half cream. The Asda one may have used coconut milk. But other than that, actually all of the ingredients were practically the same, except for the vinegar. As far as I remember, I'm just looking back on it now, no, there's no vinegar in it. So interesting, we might get ourselves a different flavour in this one. That will be refreshing. Right, we're going to get rid of that for the moment. No, when I want it gone, I want it gone. And then we're going to bring in all of our weapons of science. And we're going to be measuring things and stuff. And here's a fork. I've got a spoon to wear as well. Right, let's get going on this. Okay, it looks the same. Everything looks the same. I mentioned it was oily last time, and it's also, this one's quite oily as well. I'll have to look back on that one I had done from Sainsbury's. Now these are chunky bits of chicken. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that. Oh no, I'm trying not to make a complete mess. Look at that, big chunky piece of chicken. That's different. The others were like, I keep calling them chips or fries or whatever you call them, but they were long strips. These are big chunks. Maybe that's the difference with that Thai chicken. Interesting. Right, we need to reset our scales, tare, whatever, and start getting the chicken in there. Now I can already see what looks like bits of chilli. We did not have that before. This could potentially have elusive flavour. This was 90 pence at my time of buying it. And obviously that's where I am. Maybe it'll be different for you. We have got almost 40 grams. You got any more? Oh no, that is it though. That's all you're getting. Okay, so that's all your chicken. And that's 43 grams. Yeah, that is it. Okay, so 43 grams of chicken. Okay, so keeping all that chicken in there, 43 grams worth. Going to bring in the spoon. I'm going to get all that sauce on. Right. Now it's not so mixed in with rice this time. There is obviously a little bit in there. We're never going to get it perfect, but we do as best science as we can. And pop that on there. Okay, we're getting to 87. We might call this one soon because now we're just getting into the territory of lots of rice mangled in with that. But we'll give it, we've got to try to get some sort of fairness. There's no fairness in this at all. This is just me just doing whatever I want because it's a bit of a laugh. And I get to eat a curry in the middle of the day. Right, let's have a look at that. 106 grams of sauce. Okay, I believe that's around about the same as the one from Asda. I think it was 99 grams. So, okay, right, interesting.
Come on now, push it.
I'm actually making notes of the grams this time. That's why I'm pausing between each one. Because the last two, I just had to go for memory, and that wasn't always accurate. Now we're going to bang our rice into there. Oh God, you didn't change us then, did you? Oh, we're going to ignore that. Right. No. Almost messed up the whole thing. Right, we're on 0. Perfect. Let's bungle this in. It seems like a lot more rice actually, but the proof is in the pudding. The proof is when we We use science. Get every last little morsel we can. Yes, very good. Of course, as I said previously, comments make me happy. Please leave your comments about any of this. If you like these sort of curries, if there's something else, are there other foodie challenges that you'd like to see me try to recreate? There's a couple of bits of rice there, we'll chuck those in. And try to make something cheaper. And in the same vein, so something we can actually freeze and reheat in a microwave or in an oven or some way that will we can try and do cheaper, but also at better quality. You know, so if we can't do it cheap, well, no, we're going to do it cheaper and better quality. That's what we're going to stick to. Right then, 205 grams. About the same, 205 grams. Just making a note of that because that means that we had, what was it, 195 yesterday. So, yeah, about the same. Now we need to give it a taste test. Let's get all this junk out of the way. And let's give it a go. Let's try and get a bit of this sauce. Oh, by the way, yeah, I've got to... Okay. I did say the last time I'm going to keep a little bit of the Asda one back to compare it. I wish I did. I'm ever so sorry, but it never happened. I just ate the lot. So, ever so sorry. Oh, that's really spicy. That one's really spicy. That's actually quite nice. And it is creamier. It is definitely creamier. Oh yeah, that's got a bit of kick to it. I mean, not like super mega, but I'm not talking Madras, but oh yeah, that really does. I've got to say, so with the others, I would definitely, if I was eating them myself and not doing it like this, I would definitely have added some hot sauce or extra something to it, and maybe a bit of fresh coriander if I had some just on hand. But yeah, actually, this is the best. This is definitely the best. Let's try that chicken in the chunks. Yeah, that chicken's pretty good actually. Yeah, of course it's, you know, chicken's quite bland unless it's, you know, a good quality roasted chicken where you're enjoying the flavour of it. If you're adding it to a curry, it's because you just want the texture and protein. But definitely seems like it may have been marinated. It's just going to have been boiled in it for a long time, but yeah, you can actually see bits of chilli in there. That's, you know, for 90p. Oh, by the way, these used to be like 60p. So the one in Sainsbury's I know was 60 pence, because I used to see it. The one in Asda I believe was the same, 60 pence. This one I don't know, we don't really have a local Tesco, I have to go a bit far to get one. But you can see the price there, the difference. I mean, you know, it's a huge markup from what it was. But this is it. So it's all it's the things at the lower end, the bottom end of it were, you know, as it were, that have had the biggest increase, and therefore the poorer or the people that are trying to make ends meet, you know, they're the ones being hit the hardest, which is kind of why I want to do this. Like I mentioned in a previous video on slow cookers, that people were turning away food banks, if you know, food banks if it was fresh, because they were concerned about the gas, electric was used to actually cook the products. Now that might be not quite as straightforward as is possibly thought, but you can see what's on people's minds. We want it to be low cost throughout the whole experience. Microwave something is probably the lowest cost way of actually heating food. So yeah. But that's where we are. So we can get out of this, to be honest. But in the meantime, we're going to strive on, and if I can help in any way, that's all I want to do. But if not, hey, look, a bit of entertainment along the way, a distraction, as it were. But yes, I am actually impressed with this. Could do with more chicken, but that's going to bump up the price, so it is as it is. Right, one more bite. Well, that was the Tesco Hearty Food Co. From our kitchen to yours. I don't think it was a kitchen, was it? I think we're talking a large, huge industrial factory churning masses of raw materials through a huge conveyor belt system with as little human input as possible to keep the costs down. But that's modern day food. So let's look at it all. Okay? Let's look at what we've got and get all this guff out of the way. Right. In there we had 43 grams of chicken for that chicken breast from Thailand, I believe. And they're good chunks as well. We had 106 grams of sauce, and that is a really nice sauce. I really do think that's. It could be the same as the others, but they've just added an extra bit of chilli to it, and that would really that's made an obvious difference if that is what they've done. We had 200 grams of rice, 205 grams of rice, and all that came to total 354 grams. So again, we are short of the 400 gram mark by about the same as the Asda one, which again is important because are you getting that number of calories? Can we trust that? If your 400 grams is wrong, is all this correct? Are we getting less than 400 calories and things like that? But in the big scheme of things, people just want to eat. We just want to fill their tummies, and you can always buy some more rice, add it to it. In fact, at a push, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Or get a naan bread, or make your own naan breads, or even just get normal bread, just pad it out a little bit, make sandwiches out of it, all sorts. Right, that's that then. We are going to, in the next step, if I cannot find any more of these to try, I'm going to go to a Morrison's, which is a very, very far away place for me. But if I can, then I will. And I've been checking in places like Lidl, and they don't have anything under £1.30, I think, at the moment. So there's nothing under £1. So I can't add those in really. I might do just for a bit of fun. But they literally step up to being chicken tikka masalas. They don't just go chicken curry. So, hey. Like, subscribe, all those things. It's lovely to get comments, so please put them in there. How would you do this? What would you like to see done in the future like this? And I think we're going to have to step up our game now and figure out a recipe that can rival this one, actually, of all of them. That's going to be, I'm going to try and get similar to it. I've got two thoughts in mind. What would you like to know? Okay, my question to you is, which of these would you prefer? Did I try to recreate this exactly as it is? I would probably use the ingredients list to try to work out a way to do it and then figure out how much it costs. Or would you like me to show a low-cost curry that is not aiming to be like this, but is aiming to be lower cost than this? We would try to get in at below 90 pence, or possibly even 85 or 80 pence per portion. And I'm not a big fan of making humongous batches, but I think for this that might have to be an option. What would you prefer out of those two? Anyway, thank you ever so much for your time. It's wonderful that you have watched this and give it, your time is the most valuable thing you have to give. Thank you.